Hey, you handsome devils. So, we're here with a new video on the Elite Four of what could possibly be Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Alright, so, right now, stop. You're looking at the YouTube video. Unfull screen it. See that little red button? It says subscribe? Hit it. Hit that like button too. Leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite Sinnoh Pokemon is. Favorite Gen 4 Pokemon even. So add in Generation 2 with old Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Alright, now back into it. So, right here with Aaron, the first member of the Elite Four, by far normally the easiest. The one who needs the most buffs. So, to make him better, to make everybody better, we're going to be introducing new mons, possibly not even released mons, or mons that don't exist currently, but could be. And we're running under the assumption that megas are going to be in the games. So, with Aaron, he normally has Dustox, Heracross, Vespiquen, Beautifly, Drapion. Alright, first off, he has two bug flying types. By far the weakest, right? So, Dustox, get rid of it, out of here. We're going to replace it with Frostmoth. A much better mon, really good decent stats, and a really strong ability. Then Heracross, boom. We're going to bring it to Mega Heracross. Get that Mega in there. I am under the belief that every single Elite Four member will have at least one Mega. Vespiquen, I think Vespiquen's gonna stay. I think Vespiquen is a very decent staple in the team. Not that it's super strong or super weak. It's very mediocre, but I think it's a good holding point for the region for bug-type Pokemon. Very all-around kind of eh. Beautifly, get it out of here. We have a huge fire weakness on this team. Get it out. But we're going to replace it with Golisopod. So we at least get a little balance in there. Really strong mon, has the poor ability, but really strong mon. We're going to keep the Drapion because it's a poison dark type. Yes, it was a poison bug type as a Scorpy, but I think Drapion has a good spot on the team, with it keeping the poison type of the Dustox. So, now we're here with Bertha. Bertha is the ground type. Number 2. So, with Bertha, we have to look at the fact that normally she has a Quagsire, a Hippowdon, Sudowoodo, Whiscash, and Golem. Now, with this team, we're looking at a much smaller buffs. Quagsire, very bad stats, but it has a pretty good typing, and it's all around can be used. So I think Quagsire is gonna stay to keep it that little Game Freak easiness in it. Hippowdon, I'm sorry. I know there's like 2 Hippowdons in the entire Pokemon world. It's gone. It's gone. It's not gonna stay. I think you're getting replaced with Crocodile. I think that'd be a very good mon, very strong, but not too strong where it's gonna be absolutely overpowered on the team. I think it'd be a good spot for improvement on the team. Now next we have Sudowoodo, who I think will be possibly getting a Mega Evolution since Sudowoodo is currently sitting in PU for competitive, which means that it's sitting in the same league as like Zorua. It's not viable whatsoever, so I do believe it is going to get a Mega Evolution. The rest of the team, the Whiscash and Golem, I do think they're going to stay. I think the team is going to stay with a very high grass weakness, again, because of that Game Freak kind of easiness to it. If it had to add a Mon to kind of balance out the grass type, I think that it's possible that because we already have Quagsire, we'd replace Whiscash, or again, maybe even Quagsire, with Mamoswine. But I think it's more possible for the Whiscash to get rid of that grass weakness. But I don't see that happening. And then we come to Flint. So Flint is the fire type Elite Four member with a Rapidash, Infernape, Steelix, Lopunny, and Drifblim. Now, there's a couple changes here that I made. I think that Rapidash, awesome Mon, really good staple in his team, but we saw the introduction of Alolan Rapidash, which I think is going to be a huge piece of his team. Huge piece. Infernape, staying, good staple. Steelix and Lopunny, it's really hard to tell, but I do think that one of those are gonna be the Megas. I think it's more possible to be Steelix and possibly Lopunny getting replaced with something else, because Steelix has no real attacking power, even in Mega. He's just a defensive wall, so it'd still make the game pretty easy. Now, Drifblim, I don't see Drifblim really staying. I think it'd get replaced with something like a Talonflame, if anything, because it has that fire type, it's flying, it gets rid of the weakness that we were looking for originally with the team having Drifblim in the first place. So I think it'd stay more on the topic of what he's supposed to stand for in the first place. Now, with Lucian, the Psychic type Elite Four member, I think we have Mr. Mime, Girafarig, Medicham, Alakazam, and Bronzong. So, with these Mons, it's a little more iffy because Psychic types are already really strong still, since they have the even with the weakness to Dark types and Bug types getting slowly better and better. Now, I think that Mr. Mime is going to be a Galarian Mr. Mime. I think it'd be a pretty decent buff to their team, to his team. I think Girafarig it's gone. It's gone. Girafarig doesn't really serve a purpose on this team whatsoever. I think it's possible that it'll get replaced with Malamar to make up for that weakness for the Dark type. And it kind of makes you want to hunt for a good Bug type when people are first looking at these games. Because how many of us have sat down, looked at Pokemon, and went, man, looked at a guide, man, this Elite Four member has all of these, this Elite Four member has all of these, and playing your team around what the Elite Four has. I know I have. I've done it a couple times. And it's made the game way more easy, because a lot of the time when I was younger, when I did that, I wanted it to be easy and I wanted to have fun in that manner. And it made it a lot more fun for me. So I think that would really help people pick a Bug type. I think it's possible that Medicham would get the Mega over Alakazam, because Mega Medicham isn't crazy strong. It's very decent, while Alakazam is really fast and really hard hitting, while again Mega Alakazam is obviously better in much higher stats. I think Bronzong is gonna stay the same, possibly with I think it's gonna have heat proof with having of the Galarian Mr. Mime. And then we get down to the last one, the champion, Cynthia herself, probably with the most shocking difference in their team. So, two of them, honestly, I can't see her team changing a whole lot, if I'm being real with you guys. So, Spiritomb, Garchomp, Gastrodon, Milotic, Roserade, and Lucario. I think, if anything, Spiritomb's staying. because it's a very, very interesting piece of the team. I think that if Spiritomb was replaced with anything, it had to be replaced with Mimikyu or possibly Mawile. But then you have Garchomp, which is obviously Cynthia's #1 ace in the hole, biggest mon. Everybody knows about Cynthia's Garchomp. Now, I don't see Cynthia having a Mega Garchomp. Mega Garchomp is worse than normal Garchomp. He's slower. He has better other stats, but he's way slower, which makes him not as viable and not as good of a not as usable as other things. Now, Gastrodon, I think it's staying. It's a really good mon. I think it's overall pretty balanced. It's pretty good. It does have it is a pretty decent weak point on the team, since she also has Milotic, which I do think she's gonna keep as well. Now, the biggest change on the team that I think is gonna happen is Roserade. I cannot see Roserade staying. Roserade is not a great mon. Really, it's only there to get rid of, or maybe wall the grass type weakness with the Gastrodon and Milotic and the Garchomp. I think that it's very possible that we would be looking at a Mega Rotom, and before a Mega Rotom, and this is not announced, but this is in the game files of Pokemon X and Y, or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't quite remember which one it was, but it is in the game. You can get it through things like randomization and things like that. It has very busted abilities, so I do think it'd have, with the abilities possibly being Electric Master, which increases the Pokemon's electric type base power moves by 40%, bonus damage, increase the Pokemon's same type attack bonus from 1.5 times to 2 times for stab, which is insane. And then ground immunity, which is just levitate. I think it'd have to have levitate for it to make it a balanced mon for use. And if not Rotom, I would say that it'd have to be a fire type, possibly like a I don't know. I think she would have a Centiskorch perhaps, which would be a very, very strong addition to the team. It'd wall the grass types super heavily. It would really improve with the overall team dynamic. And it helped with the Lucario's weakness of fire types as well. So with that, I think that Lucario's gonna stay the same. It's kind of a key mon of Cynthia. So I think with these changes, it makes a lot more sense on the mons we would see, and I think it'd be a huge improvement. That's all for today, guys. If you guys liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're at 21 subscribers as of recording this video. We hit 1.3 thousand views on the channel the other day, and I just want to thank you all. I thank you for coming along on the journey, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. Bye bye.